Congratulations. This is a fascinating documentary film. How did this story come to you? How did what made you want to tell this story?
Yeah, so I am a longtime fan of the matches, and I moved to San Francisco for film school and eventually became friends with the matches. And I started doing some film work for them. And I mean, they're just a band that was so unique to me, even at the time. And then getting to know them as people, I just thought, wow, they're just such nice, humble guys. And so, I was kind of privy to some of the information behind their breakup and everything that went on. But they told me that they were going to reunite in late 2013 for just one little tiny reunion show. And I thought, oh, this is going to be huge. So many people are going to be so happy. I would love to, honor this reunion and do like little promotional videos for you guys. So while I was doing the promotional videos, I learned even more about their story that was really fascinating, but also kind of scratched this itch of this interest that I had in how the digital age of music had impacted artists over the last 20 years. And their milestones lined up kind of beautifully and tragically with all these different stages in the industry and how artists had to adapt. And so I thought it would be not only a great opportunity to honor these artists who I love as people, but who also, inspired me as a teenager and then creative adult, but also an opportunity to dig deeper and sort of expose to a more general audience how our bands are navigating these choppy waters.
Yeah, I know for many people, music is very important in their lives, but they don't, I think they say in the film, like everybody believes musicians are millionaires or billionaires and making tons of money, but they don't really see that uh back financial or business side of it. Where do you hope people get from watching this film?
I really hope that people can take away that being a musician is hard, and like following that dream is, it's honorable, but it's not all fun and games and easy. And I really hope that people who watch this have a deeper appreciation for the struggle and the passion that their artists that they're fans of have. And I hope that when people walk away from this, they think about, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll buy that record from Bandcamp on Bandcamp Friday, or maybe I'll buy an extra T-shirt or get the vinyl, or do something to try and get more revenue back to our artists so that they can keep making art. Because the truth is these bands that create these soundtracks to our lives, if we don't support them, they're not going to be able to stick around. And I think it's difficult now that we're all kind of socialized to this age of streaming and just getting everything for free or for cheap. But I just hope everybody just feels a little bit more love and appreciation for artists who make it, and the ones who don't quite break through, and that we'll just sort of feel a little more compelled to toss some more coin to our to our beloved musicians.
Definitely. And since you were a fan of the matches before doing this, how did you feel being a part of telling their story and making sure people realize like this is the hardship they went through and they still made incredible art despite it?
It means a lot to me, and I feel so humbled and honored that they trusted me to tell their story. I wanted to handle it with so much care because and I think a line like this comes in the film is a lot of people, who are fans of the matches, it does feel like it's a part of your identity. The art they made was so true to themselves, and they were just such genuine people, by engaging directly with their fan base. That was something that was so wholly unique with them at the time, is they were so connected and just caring. And it was important to me to kind of give back to them, to try and be like, hey, you guys gave me so much. You gave me this art that I just like connected with so deeply as a teenager, and you guys inspired me to follow my dreams. And so like here I want to be able to immortalize their story and honor it, um, because it's a big part of how I became who I am today, like many artists that we listened to growing up. And so it's meant a lot to have their trust, and it's meant a lot that the film is responding really well. And I think I forgot the second half of your question.
Uh,
um, but
I think you answered it. It was just,
okay.
but other than that, what was your introduction to the matches, and what originally, captured your attention about them?
Yeah, I mean, like many, it was the live show. I first learned of the matches because I went and saw my favorite band, Motion City Soundtrack, play. And the matches opened for them. And I was an asshole teenager who was sitting, who's standing in the crowd, arms folded, being like, who's this opening band going to be? And they literally just blew my mind. Like, they had this energetic live performance. Their music was good. It was fun. And they didn't give a shit that people all the way in the back were kind of just standing there but they drew so many people down into the pit for their performance. And I just thought, who are these guys? Like, how do I, where do I hear them? How do I get to know them? Because they're incredible. And then seeing them, as soon as their set was done, they came out in the crowd and they said hello to everybody. They had a stack of CDs and they were just selling CDs and saying hi. And I was hooked. I just thought, wow, this is, not only do they have like this, wonderful value system of wanting to connect and engage a community, but they are badass live, and they have great music. So that was my introduction. Is they rocked it.
I mean, I think I have the same experience with a lot of bands I really enjoy. I went to go see one band, they opened for them, and they completely blew me away. And I think that what true artists do. For you, what does it feel like, have knowing that you're gonna have a special screening at Slamdance where they're gonna get to perform one more time after their hiatus?
So I mean, we're so excited to have these in-person screenings because Bleeding Audio, we our world premiere was on March 7th, 2020. And it was, yeah, it's funny, now you think, because the world basically ended that same day.
Yep.
And we navigated the waters and did some virtual festivals, which was great. We were able to engage our community, but it's just not quite the same to screen a film and not be in an audience and hear everybody's laughs or cries. And so we're very excited. We have a screening coming up at the Chinese Theater in Los Angeles, which is huge, as part of Dances with Films, and we are screening in Joshua Tree as part of Slamdance. I believe that there are some COVID precautions that are going to prevent the band from actually performing, but we are going to have those live and in-person screenings where the film will actually get to display its 5.1 sound mix, which every music documentary should be heard this way. So I'm very excited about that. And the band will be in attendance at our Chinese theater screening. So they will be present and they'll get to hear it in surround sound as well.
That is awesome. What is it, what does it feel like for you having your film screened at such an iconic place like the Chinese theater?
Well, I cried as soon as I found out. It means a lot, there's this canon of just legendary artists and filmmakers who have premiered at the Chinese theater. I mean, I think there was like a huge world premiere there just the other day. And it's just insane to me that this little, documentary that I poured my life into to bring to life is going to be screening at the same place. It means the world to me. And I hope it's not the last one that screens there. So that's, it's an honor, and I'm excited because I hope it's just the beginning.
Hopefully it is, because you definitely have such a talent and it's clear to see through Bleeding Audio. Congratulations for this, and I hope you have fun at the screening.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to share the social media for
Oh,
you and the film?
yeah. So you can follow Bleeding Audio on Instagram at Bleeding Audio Film, and Facebook, I think, /Bleeding Audio Film. And then on Twitter, we're bleeding_audio. And then for me, I'm on Instagram at Chelsea Christer. and I'm on Twitter at Chelsmark.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time and hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Thanks so much. This was lots of fun.